Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. In this video, we will see the demo of the static pod. But before that, we will understand that what is the static pod. I hope you know that the deployment and replica set and the pod manifest files. So when we apply the manifest file of deployment, replica set and pods, then all the pods will be created, managed and can be deleted by the Kubernetes API server itself. But also there is a another way to create pod. So inside the slave node means, just as an example, in a cluster we have two nodes. One is master node and another node name is node 01, and inside the node 01 we can create a pod, and the pod will be managed by kubectl itself, which is installed inside that specific node. Means we cannot maintain, delete or create that pod which is created inside the slave node by kubectl from the Kubernetes API server, and that pod is called static pod. So in a short way, we can say that the static pod is a pod which can be created and maintained by kubectl itself, and we cannot create it and maintain the static pod by Kubernetes API server. So to create the Kubernetes static pod, we have to do SSH to the node, and inside that node there is a specific folder location, and inside that folder location we have to create the manifest of the pod, and after that the kubectl will automatically create a pod from the manifest. And if we want to see the pod, then we can see the pod from the master node by Kubernetes API server, but we cannot manage that pod from the API server. Or if we delete the pod from the Kubernetes API server, then that pod will be created once again by the kubectl of the node. Means we cannot delete the static pod from the Kubernetes API server. So the way is to delete the static pod. We have to delete the manifest file inside the specific folder location of that specific node. Now we will see the demo of all the steps. So at first we will check the nodes. Kubectl get nodes. Here we can see we have two nodes, control plane and node 01. So we can assume that control plane is the master node and the node 01 is a worker node or slave node. So in this video we will create a static pod inside the node 01. So at first do SSH to the node 01. Okay, now we have to open the kubectl config file, and the path of the kubectl config file is this. So we have to see the content of this, and here if we come down we can see that there is a static pod path. So inside slash etc slash kubernetes slash manifest we can create a static pod. Okay, now do cd slash etc slash kubernetes slash manifest. Okay. Now create a manifest file called pod1.yaml. here you have to paste the content of the pod, means the actual configuration of the pod. Here I am creating a nginx pod, and the pod name is static hyphen pod hyphen demo, and the container name is static hyphen pod hyphen demo hyphen content. Now copy this and paste this here. Save this. Okay. Now you can run this command to check that is the container of the pod running or not. Here we can see that the static pod demo container is running, as we are inside the worker node, so we cannot run the kubectl get pods here. So to run the kubectl get pods, we have to go to the master node. Now do exit and at first clear the screen. After that, if we run kubectl get pods, then you can see the static pod demo is running, and after the name node 01, here is the node 01 because it is a static pod of the node 01. If we created the static pod in the node 02, then we can see the name as static pod demo node 02. And now, as I told you before, if we delete the pod, still then the kubectl will create the pod again. So let's try this. Kubectl delete pods static pod demo node 01. Now you can see that the here it is showing pod static pod demo node 01 deleted. But if we run kubectl get pods, then still we can see that the pod is running. So how can we delete that? So to delete that, we have to do SSH to the node 01 again. Now go to that specific folder location slash cd slash etc slash kubernetes slash manifest. Do ls. Here we have to delete the pod1.ym rm-f star, and here you can see that the yml file, means the manifest file, has been deleted. Now do exit. Now run kubectl get pods, and here you can see that the static pod has been deleted successfully. So now we will understand that what is the use case of the static pod. So in the master node, we know that the Kube API server, the scheduler are running as a pod. But how do they run? So to run that, they are running as a static pod in the master node. Here you can check that from the control plane also. As I told you before that the control plane is the master node, and here if we do ls of the slash etc slash kubernetes and slash manifest, then you can see that they are the manifest files of the etcd cluster, Kube API server, controller and scheduler. Means all the main components of the master nodes are running as a static pod. So it is the main use case of the static pod. But if there is a requirement that we have to run a pod without API server, then we can use static pod also.